Hey guys, Sinnoh Pokemon here. In today's video, we're going over all the shinies we got during Sinnoh Tour, both global and LA, and even the road to Sinnoh is getting thrown in there because why not, right? I mean, it makes sense, right? But we got ourselves the total right there. You can see it, 212 shinies. That means, yes, I caught over 200 shinies in 10 days, which just sounds crazy to say out loud, but hey, we're saying it out loud, so I guess it is what it is. But let's just go over everything we got, because technically, these weren't caught during Sinnoh Tour, but I'm counting it anyways because it's the day we got into LA. I'm counting the whole trip, you know what I mean? And we only got 2 shinies the day that we got into LA. And it was Darkrai, of course, my favorite Pokemon, and a Squirtle, which you're not going to be mad at seeing. So we got 2 shinies to start things off. And then we got this right here, a huge shiny Aaron. You're like, wait a second. That's not a Sinnoh Pokemon. You'd be correct by saying that, because this was actually right before the event. We got there about 30 minutes before the event started, and we said, let's just run our daily incenses, because why not? And I got this. It wasn't on the daily, but it was on the side of the daily, and you just love to see it. A huge shiny, full odds, which was just amazing, and that started off what was going to be an insane weekend, because then we got a Hippo. But then we got a Hisuian Voltorb. Our second shiny of the event was the brand new Hisuian Voltorb. This shiny is incredible, and I'm just very, very happy to go ahead and pick it up. But we also got ourselves a shiny Pikachu with the hat right after that, which you're very happy to see, because that's, you know, pretty cool, right? Getting a costume Pikachu. But then an Eevee popped up. Probably, no offense to Eevee, but the shiny I was least excited to see at this event, just because it's Eevee. You know, like, it's cool, but it's... You know, I have a lot of them. But then we got ourselves some shiny unknowns, which unfortunately was very difficult to pick up during global. But I was lucky enough to pick up one of every letter. You'll see them all soon. But we got ourselves a shiny S, as well as a shiny H. Then we got another shiny H and a shiny Baneri in between there, which is pretty cool. So 3 unknowns and a Baneri. Then the Turtwig popped up, which you're not going to complain about seeing. Look, I won't complain about seeing starters. I did go shiny Team Chimchar. We don't talk about that. Turtwig, a little bit awkward there, situation there. But then we got a shiny Skorupi, and then a tiny background shiny Dialga, which was just absolutely amazing. And to make it even better, it was Floor IVs, which you just love to see. But I love the background. Let's go ahead and bring that back up. It looks really, really good with the tiny shiny Dialga, my only tiny shiny legendary, which was pretty cool. Then we got ourselves the Origin Dialga. In this one, I remoted while we ran for a bathroom break. Just my luck, because of course, you know, I remoted into this while we were doing the bathroom break, and with the first day of the event, I believe every background was guaranteed. So because I remoted into this, it wasn't guaranteed. I had to be in person to be guaranteed. But hey, at the end of the day, we got a shiny Origin Dialga with the move as well, Roar Time, which is awesome. But then we got ourselves a shiny Gligar, as well as a shiny Murkrow. Then we got the shiny Turtwig, and that's when we actually started stream, was on the Murkrow. And we got a shiny Chingling, which was one of the brand new shinies, but it decided to hatch on its own because, yeah, it had better things to do, I guess. I don't know. But then we got a Yanma, as well as another shiny unknown. And then we got ourselves a shiny Piplup and a wild shiny Ursaluna. This was a really, really cool finding something that, at the time, none of my friends had found it yet. So I guess I was the first one. And you know, it was towards the end of the day. So I was surprised, you know, it took us so long. But hey, gotta love finding fully evolved forms in the wild. And then we got ourselves a shiny Mesprit, which was awesome. I love finding wild shiny legendaries. Those are always very cool because, look, why not, right? It's amazing. You gotta love finding wild shiny legendaries and also finding new shinies, including this shiny Carnivine, which we hatched on stream. And I love finding, again, new shinies. I love hunting new shinies, and I can't wait to see what we get next season. That should be fun. But we got ourselves a shiny Croagunk as well, the Brogunk, as well as a shiny Apom, which is a pretty good shiny. But right after stream ended, we got a huge shiny Lickitung. Now, XXL odds were boosted during LA, which was pretty cool. Unfortunately, it was not the same for Global, but hey, I guess it's a boost for the in-person event. It makes sense to go ahead and do that, sorry. But it made sense also because alpha Pokemon are a thing, right? So alpha Pokemon being a thing, they brought that to the in-person event in LA, which I thought was very, very cool as a new feature. And I got tons of XXL Pokemons, which I won't lie, I transferred a lot of them. But we don't have to talk about that. We move on to a shiny unknown N, which was pretty cool, and then a Nose Pass, which actually, I'm now realizing, kind of funny that the N predicted the shiny Nose Pass. Yeah, but then we move on to a shiny Piplup, as well as Tangela, and then we hatched a shiny Riolu with kind of meh IVs, and honestly, we hatched a better one. You'll see later on. But we got a Shinx, got ourselves an unknown S, a Shellos, which it did it again with Shinx and Shellos around it. What is up with the unknowns? Do they know something I don't? Maybe. But we got another Shellos, which is cool, then a Finneon, a Magmar, then an unknown O, but this time not followed by an O Pokemon. So I guess, I don't know, I broke the streak. We got a Gibble, got a Pikachu with the costume, which was pretty awesome. I actually got 2 of them, one of which I traded for this Cherubi here, which I ended up getting a few more, and obviously it's a Cherub now, but you know what I mean. We also got another Hippo, which was nice, a shiny Spiritomb, which was really cool. This shiny is pretty rare, and I was happy to go ahead and pick it up during the event. But then we got ourselves a Magnemite, a Roselia, and this actually starts day 2, which was at the park, where we had to wait in line for an hour, I won't lie, but we moved on from that and picked up a bunch of shinies. We got ourselves a Pikachu, which is pretty awesome, a Magmar, 2 shiny unknowns that were both level 1 and O's, which is really cool, and then a huge shiny Skorupi, but it wasn't just followed by that, it was followed by a Hippo, and then a huge shiny Stunky. So yes, 2 out of 3 shinies there were red, huge shinies, and you'll see later, I may have got another huge shiny Stunky. But then we got another Stunky, which was awesome. Completed that line almost immediately. It was like 2 within 10 minutes. Then we got a Cherubi, which is pretty awesome. This was the first one I was able to catch by myself. Then we got ourselves another Hisuian Voltorb, which again is just amazing. I love this shiny so much. It looks amazing, and I do like Voltorb a little bit more, but yeah, we evolved that into Electrode. Got a Drifloon, which was actually my only one of the weekend. I do love this shiny as well. Got a Porygon, probably the least exciting one of the weekend, because Community Day happened literally a month beforehand, but hey, it is what it is. Then we got ourselves a Swinub, followed by a Shieldon, followed by a Tangela. We got, you know, some Tangelas in there, I guess, and then we got a second shiny Carnivine, which I thought was pretty cool, because, yeah, it's a regional, which I was very happy with, because, of course, it's a regional shiny, and with looking at global and the egg odds, I'm very happy I was able to get all 3 of the regionals in LA. But not only that, we got 2 wild shiny Mesprits. This one being an XXL, sorry, not an XXL. Would have been really cool if it's a huge one. But we got 2 wild shiny Mesprits, which was pretty cool as Shellos. And then the unknown U. This was my first ever shiny unknown U, so I was very, very happy to go ahead and pick this up because, you know, I wanted to get one of every unknown. But then we got a Stunky, a unknown yet again, and then a shiny Chatot, which was just awesome. I love this shiny. It is actually, you know, just an underrated shiny. I thought it looked really, really good when it came out of the egg, so I like it now. Yeah, we're friends. Yay. But then we move on to a shiny Pikachu, which I got. You gotta love that, as well as shiny Kricketot. And then we go down to the rest of the day, which was the last shiny of the day, was this unknown eye. But you guys know, if you saw the vlog, we did some trades and got Rocky, which you love to see. Like, honestly, I am still so shocked that I was able to pick up a Shundo at LA Sinnoh Tour, and it was from a random trade with the boy Rocky. So I appreciate you. You see right there, Rocky, 000, 000, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you giving me the Shundo luck. But not only that, we traded a Palkia as well. You can see from Rocky here too. This one didn't turn out as good as, you know, Rocky, but we don't have to talk about that. But following this, we got a tiny shiny Pachirisu, which is just absolutely incredible. I love tiny and huge shinies. You guys knows this. And this was probably one of my coolest ones on the weekend. It was also my most wanted shiny hatch, but it didn't come alone. Oh wait, I forgot I traded that Chatot. Well, it was hatched with another Chatot. I traded it to my boy Tommy. Yeah, that was cool. But then we also got this, which was pretty cool. A 93% shiny Buizel. We move on from that. This was the extra hours, and we actually got ourselves a Turtwig, a Gligar, a Shellos, specifically the West Sea one, which I needed one more of, which I know I got one earlier, but it's still good to get. And then we got 2 shiny unknown eyes, which is pretty cool as well. But then we move on to day 3 of LA. We got ourselves another shiny Pachirisu, which was awesome, followed by a Gibble, shiny unknown O, shiny unknown U. Again, I was happy to pick up the U, and we got another huge shiny Stunky, which was even cooler, as well as a... And we got a quick interruption in the recap because, yeah, this guy didn't show up at all. Not once. Not one shiny Bidoof during the event, but he's right. He's right when he's right. Thank you guys so much for 30K. You guys are absolutely insane. Can't believe that we hit 30K. I really, really appreciate you guys, and I'll let you guys get back to the recap, but, yep, me and Bidoof want to say thank you so much for 30K. See you guys in the recap. Huge shiny Duskull, which I actually twinned with my fiance on, which was pretty cool. But the huge shiny Stunky, I was very, very happy about. Got 2 of those now. Huge shiny line, done and dusted. But we also got ourselves a shiny unknown O, shiny Shinx, shiny Burmy, shiny S, unknown S, which was pretty cool. A Yanma, a Piplup. not Rocky, but a Piplup. It is what it is. We got a Shellos, got a huge shiny Cherubi, which I evolved. Actually got a second one as well. So that was pretty cool. But then we got ourselves a Swinub, as well as another Stunky, a tiny shiny Unknown S. And this was actually probably my craziest run on shinies, because I got a huge shiny, tiny shiny, and then a huge shiny again, all within like 15 minutes, which was nuts. But then we moved on. We got another Hippo after the huge Hippo, which was pretty cool. Then we got ourselves a Shigarupi, a Lickitung, a Starly, a female shiny Combi while hunting Basculin. This was actually caught on a route. Then we got a Gligar, a Magnemite, Shinx, Kricketot, and then our first shiny Hisuian Quillfish. This one was a big win for me because it took until the last day of the weekend, and I love this shiny so much, so I was praying I could get it, and I was lucky enough to do so. But then we got a shiny Eevee, another shiny Hippo, Kricketot, a Buizel, a Gligar, a Lickitung, a Growlithe, and then a shiny Hisuian Voltorb, which was pretty awesome, right at the end of the event. And then we got a Baneri, which was pretty cool. And this is the shiny I traded for the Chatot with my boy Tommy, as you can see right there. We got ourselves a Mime Jr., didn't get to hatch one of those myself, so I traded for it, and very happy to have that in my collection now. But now we got a Pikachu as well with the RCS hat, which is pretty cool. Then we got a Cranidos, and then we got a Giratina right before dinner, and then a Palkia at the dinner table. Yes, had bad luck, I'll be honest, with raids in LA, and then finished off with that casually, which was pretty cool. But then we got ourselves a shiny 96 Pachirisu, as you can see from here, from a timed research. This was caught after the event. This was in the $5 timed research, and this started the 6-hour daily incense challenge, which included a Gulpin, a shiny Darkrai, which you love to see because it's my favorite Pokemon, then a shiny Munchlax, followed by a shiny Turtwig, and my first ever shiny Badoo. Now, after that, we traveled back from LA. There was a 6-hour flight with a little bit of delays. It was like 6.5 hours, which was a little bit unfortunate. And we got lucky because we kept the shiny streak of 2024 alive just barely by hatching this Munchlax at like 11 o'clock at night while grinding. We clutched it. But then we did a trade with my fiance for the Quillfish. I gave her a Hisuian Sneasel, which she actually only picked up one of, I believe, so she barely got that line done, but congrats to her. Then we got ourselves a shiny Whismur. This was just during the Road to Sinnoh event. There was a nest for it, and I got lucky enough to find one. But we also got a shiny Chimchar there, as well as 2 shiny Badoos. Yes, so I went from my first ever shiny Badoo to having 3 in like the span of a week. Not even a week, a couple days, 2 days, 3 days. 3 days. It was 3 days. We move on. Got ourselves a shiny Burmy, and this actually started, the Burmy was at home at night, midnight, boom. But this started the New York version of the 6-hour daily incense. Yes, we did 2 6-hour daily incense challenges in the same week. We're a little bit crazy, but we got ourselves a bunch of shinies that day. We got ourselves a Burmy, got ourselves a Piplup, got ourselves a Trubbish, which you just love to see. Also followed it up with a Bonsly, Chimchar, a Machop. We did a stream where we got a Machop, Riolu, and a Skarmory all on stream, and actually a Heatran, which I swapped with my buddy John. You'll see that in a little bit, I think, somewhere. I don't know. But we also got a shiny Illumise in New York. So we got 10 shinies in New York. It was absolutely crazy. But then we had ourselves, you know, some fun with some Giratina raid hour. And we got 2 shinies. One of which was an in-person raid. This one was a remote from Leah. So shout out to Leah. We also got a shiny Chimchar on that day, which was pretty cool. But then we move on to the official global event. And we did pop off to start because we got a Dialga right away. Then a Piplup, Pikachu, Chimchar, and another Dialga, which was pretty awesome. Got ourselves a few shinies, which was awesome. You know, 2 Dialgas to start things off. And I wanted to really focus on raids this weekend because, again, I didn't have too much luck in LA in terms of, like, I had a couple Dialgas. I think I had 4 shinies from raids, but it was just like, man, I really, really want the Origin Palkia. Didn't get that in LA, and I wanted more Origin Dialgas. And I started off pretty strong with the Dialga right away. But then we got ourselves a Hisuian Voltorb with a Hisuian Growlithe. Then we got Kricketot, Pikachu, a wild shiny Uxie. Now this one was a big one for me because this was my first ever shiny Uxie. This was the only shiny I was missing besides Basculin in the region, so I needed it for sure, and I was able to pick it up, which was pretty awesome. But then we also got a shiny Hisuian Quillfish, which, you know what? Let's just do this right now, live with you guys. Evolve it. I keep forgetting to do it, and it looks amazing, both this and Overquill, so I can finally get this done and evolve this thing because I've been needing to. I'll be honest with you guys, but very happy to pick this up, and we're actually going to max Rocky with you guys in this video. yeah, who cares about Stardust? But boom, Pokedex entry as well, because I just never evolved this thing, even though I had it ready to evolve a while back, but just looks absolutely amazing. And the IVs aren't anything too crazy, but we were doing tons of raids this weekend, so, you know, we stuck it as our buddy. And now it's evolved. But then we got a Chimchar as well as a Sneasel. Hisuian Sneasel looks amazing, as well as a Azelf. And actually, this Sneasel and this Azelf were back-to-back shinies, which was pretty awesome. That was a cool moment, as well as getting another Hisuian Voltorb. That was a cool moment too. But then we got ourselves a shiny, sorry, I'm gonna say Growlithe. Growlithe's right here. I was gonna say Origin Dialga. There we go. We got an Origin Dialga yet again, and this one we named after somebody because we got a shiny on stream, which was our very first shiny. Yes, we got the Basculin. We clutched it up with a route in New York. It was actually the first spawn on the route, which was really, really cool. It's like, boom. Way to start the route with a bang. But on that stream, we got not one, but two shiny Stunkies, as well as a shiny Dialga, which was actually kind of decent on IVs. Then we got ourselves a Pikachu, as well as a Hisuian Quillfish, which did like me this weekend, surprisingly, because I only got one in LA. But we also got a Chimchar, as well as the trade that I told you guys about with the Heatran. We still kept it with its original name from the stream that we got it on, but we did trade it with my friend John. But we also got ourselves an Uxie to start day 2. So we got our first ever shiny Uxie, and then our second one. And this one we twinned with my fiance, which was pretty cool. But the IVs weren't too great. But then we got 2 shiny Hisuian Voltorbs, as well as a Hisuian Growlithe, and a Origin Dialga, which you just love to see. Shiny Origin Dialga just looks so good, and it's definitely better than Palkia, I can't lie. But we got ourselves a Chimchar, as well as Stunky, a couple Gibbles, and this Gibble actually being specifically very good on IVs, won't lie. Then we got a Pikachu, and then finally, I caught one for myself, a shiny Origin Palkia from a raid. And this one wasn't anything too special, but we take it because it has the move Spatial Rend, and it's a decent shiny, right? But then we also got ourselves 2 more shiny Hisuian Sneasels, and in between there, we got a shiny Chingling yet again. Yes, I got 2 shiny Chinglings, which was pretty awesome. Then we move on to Hisuian Quillfish, which also looks pretty awesome, and this was actually within a minute of the Sneasel, which is pretty cool. You always take those. But then we got a Pikachu, as well as a Hisuian Growlithe, and then our best Dialga yet with a 15-15-11 shiny Dialga, mind you. But yeah, very happy to go ahead and pick that up. Then we got a Pikachu, and this started the day 2 stream, which went very well, as we got a Stunky, got ourselves another Hisuian Quillfish, a Hisuian Sneasel, and a Chimchar. But then the raids popped off at the end. We got ourselves the Dialga, which we which we raided for like crazy, got 2 of them, and this Dialga and this Palkia were actually back to back, and this Palkia again, pretty decent IVs, and these ones are not too good, but maybe we trade them. And then we got another Palkia, which is pretty awesome, again with this move Spatial Rend, which is awesome. And then traded it for a Mesprit with a friend, but it was for something that I caught during the event. I think it was Chimchar. But very happy with the haul. Over 200 shinies, which is just absolutely nuts. And we're gonna max out some shinies right now, max out some stuff right now, which means hundos. And yes, I did Mega Evolve my Absol, because why not? This was one of the hundos we got during the Daily Incense Challenge in Santa Monica. But you can see all the hundos we picked up during this event. We got a Numel on the house in between day 1 and day 2 of, on the Airbnb, between day 1 and day 2 of LA, sorry, there we go. Got ourselves a Hundo Chingling in LA, as well as, of course, the Shundo Rocky. You guys already saw that. We hatched a Hundo Pachirisu, got a Hundo Hisuian Growlithe, as well as a Giratina from a raid, and a Shellos from research, which is pretty awesome. And we actually did lose a Hundo. Yes, Hisuian Quillfish from research got pushed out for whatever reason. I do not know why, but let's just go ahead and max out. As you can see, I have exactly 296 XLs. We're going to max this thing out to 1,215 CP, because you have to. You have to max out your Shundos. Why would I not do this? Boom! Shundo is level 50. It's probably useless, but who cares? Let's just give it 2 moves, because who cares? I'm going to throw this thing into PvP just so people know the power of Rocky. But yeah, let me know how you guys did this weekend. Honestly, it was an exceptional weekend. We definitely did pop off a lot. Like, that's just the truth. A lot of shinies, 212 shinies, 8 hundos, technically 9 if you count the one that's with Professor Willow at the moment. But definitely a big success this weekend. Let me know in the comments down below how you guys did. Did you go to LA? Did you play Global Sinnoh Tour? Just let me know how your haul went in general. And what was your favorite shiny that you caught? Let me know in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video, though. Peace.